Here's another video. This is why women love to, dang near every girl you ever meet in your life that you start talking to, they all say their ex was a narcissist or he was controlling, he was toxic. Not like that's not the case. But let's keep it real, fellas. Anybody with any experience with women knows that with most women, when you try to establish any boundaries, it's called controlling. And when I say boundaries, it's boundaries in regards to making it harder for them to cheat on you or get other attention from other men besides you. Because they have no problem with you saying, hey, follow right behind me as we walk through this club because, I don't want anyone to run over you. Or, hey, I'll stay on the phone with you when you're walking from your job to your car in the parking lot. That has nothing to do with other dudes. But as soon as it comes down to, hey, that blouse is showing too much, or that skirt is too short, or those pants are too tight, or hey, why are you posting those thirst traps on Instagram? All of a sudden you're controlling. Whenever they want to have girls' nights out, and especially girls' nights out is a no-no because that's every woman's opportunity to cheat or just scan the marketplace temporarily for a few hours with just her friends, which most of them usually gonna be slutty. But yeah, you say like, hey, don't go out with your friends or don't even go to brunch with your friends because they all cheat on their husbands, or they're broken women and they're gonna encourage you to buck against me for no reason, and they're gonna convince you that I'm not good enough or that you deserve more even though you're not doing anything wrong, and she doesn't think you're doing anything wrong. That's why they say it. So you got to take it with a grain of salt whenever any woman tells you, oh, my ex was a narcissist. And even if he did some wild stuff, you have to keep in the back of your head, like, there could have been something she could have done that could have, like, pushed him to do it. Not like he doesn't have personal responsibility, but women, you have this power of persuasion, especially with a guy who's emotionally attached to you, which I always advise men not to do because it puts you in it changes your character. You start, instead of her following your lead and being like, okay, I don't normally like golf or video games, but my man does, let me do it too. Instead of that, then it's the guy like, oh, I like her so much, and I don't think she likes me as much. So let me get into her frame and do what she likes. Like, oh, she likes watching Grey's Anatomy. Yeah, I'll watch a few episodes, and then I'll bring it up randomly and be like, oh, yeah, do you see the latest episode? The woman's going to look down on you. But then again, you're going to be a perfect sucker for her to be in a relationship with because she knows, okay, if he's following my lead, then that means if I say, hey, don't be insecure, I know I'm talking to these other guys as friends, but don't worry about that. I'm with you, aren't I? But yeah, so always take it with a grain of salt. A woman's never, ever going to be like, oh, yeah, well, I cheated on him. That's why he's acting like that. Or he caught me talking to other dudes on Tinder. That's why he acted like that. Or I would purposely act like or pretend that I didn't understand his point. Just to frustrate him. And I'm going to do another video on that. As a matter of fact, I'll just probably roll it all into one. A lot of times when women try to like if you're making an excellent point, now this just doesn't just apply to women, but mostly women. There's some dudes that are like that too, unfortunately. But if you're ever trying to explain something to somebody or a good point, especially a woman, and they don't like what you're saying and they know it's true and it doesn't make them feel good and they don't have any good logical rebuttal response back to what you just said, they start saying, who hurt you? You must hate women, misogynist, the patriarchy, and, they start throwing shaming tactics at you to throw you off your balance. Because imagine you going straight forward like, this is my point. I'm almost headed to my point all the way. Then they throw you off by like, you must, who hurt you? You must have done something wrong. And, you must hate your mom. Then all of a sudden it throws you off the path. And then you start arguing with them emotionally like a female. And they're like, yes, he forgot about his point. Gotcha. Don't fall for it, fellas. Always stick to your frame.